Hey everybody, it's Jim from Cigars and Other Dude Stuff. The big game is about a week away, and I guess you have to call it the big game. You can't call it what it is because of trademark stuff. But all I can say is I have a superior bowling score. So we'll leave it at that. My wife will actually refer to this game because it's the Chiefs playing as the Taylor Swift game. She always says, "Oh, are you watching the Taylor Swift game?" Anytime the Kansas City Chiefs play. Anyway, let's get back to business here. I'm going to come up with 5 cigars that I think are perfect for the big game, for ducking out at halftime to have a nice quick smoke. These cigars are all about 30 minutes, give or take 10 minutes. And they're a little bit all off the beaten track because, the obvious one is nub and stuff like that. So these ones are a little bit different, but I think there's some cigars that you will really enjoy. Another reason for this video is it's wintertime and the big game is in early February, and we still got, in my part of the world anyway, 6 or 8 weeks left of cold weather. So these are good cigars for just ducking out to do whatever you do, walk the dog or do some chores outside or whatever. Let's get started and talk about these 5 cigars. The first one on my list is relatively easy to get, but sometimes not in the vitola that I'm talking about here. And that is the Arturo Fuente Gran Reserva. But the vitola we're talking about is called the Rothschild, and it's 4.5 inches by 50 gauge, so it's a short, stubby cigar, as you can see. The Rothschild vitola, the Gran Reserva, comes in 3 different wrappers. The one I'm suggesting is the sun-grown with the black footband on it, but natural is good as well, and so is the Maduro version of it. Nice thing about this vitola is a quick smoke. It's also under $9 retail. So a nice medium body, medium full probably for the Maduro. Next one I want to talk about is a Rojas breakfast taco. And I've actually reviewed the breakfast taco cigars before. They're all shaped like the Hemingway short story, so they're pretty little cigars. And they're definitely in the 20-25 minute range for smoking. You can get them in Connecticut or Cameroon or Maduro. And I really like the Cameroon. That's my favorite. But all 3 of them are pretty good. They're billed at 4.5 by 50 gauge, but by the time you cut it and get down, there's not a lot left to it. So it's a pretty little cigar. The next one is an unusual one, and it's a little bit harder to get than the rest of them on this list, and that is the Firecracker by the United Cigar Group. And the United Cigar Group is one of those companies that they contract out making of limited edition cigars, generally speaking, for cigar shops, and then give cigar shops the exclusive on it. So to find these, you probably have to go to unitedcigargroup.com, and they have a locator that you can find the cigar stores that carry it. A lot of them actually do carry it. But this one is called the Firecracker, and it's a very unique shape and size. It is short, it's 50 gauge, and about 3.5 inches. And what's interesting about it is it has a closed foot and also a very long pigtail on it, like a fuse of a firecracker, because that's what it's supposed to be. So the Firecracker cigar by United Cigar Group, they bill it as being a powerhouse and stuff, but it's really medium to medium full at most. So don't let that put you off if you're interested in it. And it is really a pretty good cigar. The next one is actually what I'm smoking right now, Intemperance, and it is the Volstead. Now, Volstead comes in some different vitolas. This one is what they refer to as a small perfecto, which is 5 inches by, they say, 50 gauge, but you can see it's pretty narrow for 50 gauge. I've done a review of the Intemperance EC18, I think it's called, which is the Connecticut version of this. The Volstead has a sun-grown wrapper. It's a little bit darker and a little bit stronger than the Intemperance 18, but they both are kind of strong. This one, I got to say, is pretty smooth, medium full body, and it'll probably take a full 35 to 40 minutes to get through this one, but then you miss most of that lame halftime show anyway, so nothing wrong with that. Last but not least, Blackwork Studio Killer Bee. There's a lot of variations of this that go by different bee-related names. There's the Green Hornet and the Swarm, and this one, the Killer Bee, that I'm recommending. I recommend the Connecticut because, man, they're pretty strong. If you like strong cigars, then go with the Green Hornet, which is stronger, or the Maduro version of the Killer Bee. The Killer Bee Connecticut's a good choice, although it is not a mild cigar by any means. All right, that's all I got today from Cigars and Other Dude Stuff. 5 cigars you can smoke during halftime of the big game or get you through these last cold winter months. I will see you next time.